Hey everyone, I'm Alex, Senior Game Designer for Hearthstone. If you're like me, you consider CATACLYSM to be one of the most iconic World of Warcraft expansions there's ever been. It's got Deathwing, the Dragonflights, the Dragon Soul, and the near total destruction of Azeroth. So we're excited to bring that kind of heat to Hearthstone. When we set out to make an expansion about CATACLYSM, one thing was clear. Deathwing had to take center stage. But Deathwing was defeated in the original CATACLYSM, so how is he back? Well, at the end of our last expansion, Across the Timeways, Chromie and the Heroes of Time defeated Murozond. But in a final act of desperation, he smashed the Hourglass of Time, tearing open a portal to a timeline where Deathwing succeeded in the CATACLYSM. This version of Deathwing is stronger than ever, so his card had to be bigger, badder, and more powerful than any before. That's why this time, Deathwing is a hero card. Meet Deathwing Worldbreaker. This is Deathwing, so of course he lets you unleash your very own CATACLYSM.
It's not every day that the team gets to reinvent a legend as epic as Deathwing. The original Deathwing was defeated thanks to the Dragon Soul. In this one, he took it for himself. We aimed to keep the villain we loved while showing you how he won in this alternate timeline. Now he's rocking even more metal plating to contain the huge power that he now commands. His design is a bit leaner, sharper, and ready to tear the world apart all over again.
Deathwing invaded with his Colossal lieutenants, and a brand new keyword ties them all together: Herald. Yep, Colossals are back. 6 classes are aligned with Deathwing, and each class features one of his lieutenants as a legendary heralded Colossal. Take a look at the warrior Colossal, Ragnaros, the Great Fire. These minions are massive and have appendages that take up extra spots on the board. Now when you herald, your class's Colossal sends a soldier to join the battle, carrying the same abilities as the Colossal's appendages. Herald makes Deathwing and his Colossal allies stronger and stronger the more you use it. So for Ragnaros, after you herald twice, you double the stats and effects of his hands and his soldiers. After you herald 2 more times, you double them again for maximum power. For Deathwing, using Herald multiple times allows you to trigger extra cataclysms.
Our concept art team gave Deathwing's lieutenants monster makeovers. In this alternate timeline, Ragnaros devoured the World Tree, supercharging himself with its power. In the concept art, you can see its scorched, twisted branches forming Ragnaros' body. For the lore lovers out there, look closely and you'll spot subtle nods to Archimonde's armor woven all into the design.
The original CATACLYSM means so much to so many players, so we aspired to capture the same intense cataclysmic feeling in Hearthstone. When Deathwing shows up, he's a streak of smoke and fire. Then he slams down with the force of a volcano. Everywhere we could, we cranked up the visual effects to deliver the fantasy and destructive power of Deathwing, and of course, the other legendary cards as well.
To capture the epic scale of CATACLYSM, we're bringing back a fan-favorite keyword, Colossals. These Colossals were a really fun artistic challenge. The illustrations have to work as one long, massive painting, but they also have to work split into individual cards for the main body and the appendages. That way, they come together in the game to create a unified vision of these enormous creatures. While Colossal minions are already tremendously powerful, we wanted to give them even more punch for this set. We envision Colossals that grow stronger as the game unfolds. They become these towering forces that really embody the escalating danger of Cataclysm.
Azeroth's fate may look grim, but 5 of Hearthstone's classes are teaming up with the 5 Dragonflights to face off against Deathwing's forces. Each of these classes features a legendary dragon aspect, and they're also packing a new keyword called Shatter, which we'll talk about in a moment. Let's take a look at the aspect of the Black Dragonflight, Abyssian. We love finding storytelling opportunities where lore shines through gameplay, and Abyssian is a perfect example. In Warcraft, powerful dragons can assume a humanoid visage form. So when Abyssian is in your hand and you play a dragon, he sheds his form and transforms into a 12/12 dragon that benefits from his ability to let dragons rush into battle.
Now the Earth Warders return.
Cataclysm is tearing the world asunder, and it's up to our heroes to mend these shattered cards. When you draw a shatter card, it breaks into 2 pieces that go to the opposite sides of your hand. You can play the shattered pieces by themselves, but if you can play the cards in between and make the pieces touch, they recombine back into a single card with 2 effects for the price of 1.
So if you were wondering why Misplaced Pyromancer from the last expansion was misplaced, now you know. Each of the Dragonflight classes are also getting a legendary Colossal minion. For instance, Paladins have the 5-headed monstrosity known as Chromatus. Chromatus is Nefarian's infamous failed experiment, and we've brought the creature to life with a redesign that makes him feel darker and more primordial. We wanted Chromatus to feel like a nightmare, both to behold and to play against. His 5 heads dominate the board, each granting a unique enhancement that makes him a tough threat to tackle.
Rounding out the set, we have new hand targeting cards. Check out Battlefield Blaster, which lets you choose a card in your hand and give it +1 spell damage. We first introduced this type of mechanic in the Lost City of Un'Goro. Since then, we've been working hard to make hand targeting smooth and effortless to use. We tested it over and over, making sure it feels great on every device. We also added a new cursor when you hover over targetable cards and tweaked the checkered arrow so it never covers card text. All that effort means you'll see plenty of hand targeting cards in future expansions and in this set. Here's one of them, Chamber of Aspects.
An unprecedented threat calls for an unprecedented response. So to help you turn the tide, Chromie uses her magic to give you every card from 2 past expansions, Into the Emerald Dream and the Lost City of Un'Goro. These trial cards will be added to your collection on March 10th, 1 week before the Cataclysm expansion launch, and will stick around for 1 full expansion cycle. That's 2 full sets of trial cards, including Goldens. We want this to be a celebration for everyone. So if you already have a high collection level from Into the Emerald Dream, you will receive the signature legendary Ysera Emerald Aspect. And if you already have a high collection level from the Lost City of Un'Goro, you'll get the signature legendary Endbringer Umbra.
This is only the beginning of your journey into Cataclysm. We already told you about the trial cards, but there's also a ton of free rewards for you to claim.
Check out our new Cataclysm web event to help Thrall rally the Dragonflights. You'll get the legendary Abyssian card and 2 copies of the signature version of Envoy of the End.
Just for logging into the game, you'll get Warmaster Blackthorn. By completing quests for the in-game events, you can earn 3 more cards: Dark Iron Harbinger, Sands of Time, and Disciple of Demise.
And there are even more rewards on the horizon. Keep an eye out for free hero skins, free card backs, and more.
We can't wait for everyone to experience the fun, excitement, the fire, the brimstone, and the mass destruction that is Cataclysm. Be sure to try out the new Deathwing Hero Card early in the Cataclysm pre-release Tavern Brawl starting March 10th, a full week before the expansion launches on March 17th Pacific Time. Have fun, and we hope Cataclysm shatters your expectations.